Hey everybody, we are back at the unboxing rock with an unboxing. Today, as you saw from the thumbnail, we are unboxing a brand new plastic balisong from Sentient Designs. I've previously checked out two other balisongs from Sentient Designs, the Pharaoh and it'll come to me. But yeah, Sultan, the Pharaoh and the Sultan I've checked out from Sentient Designs before, and now we have a plastic balisong. So let's get into it. This one is the Sentient and comes bubble wrapped. There's nothing else in here, just the bubble wrap. You have a balisong, you have rubber band holding the pivots closed, and then you have this little kind of stopper piece to go in between here, I think to protect it from shipping mostly. And it also has some extra weights in it because this plastic balisong has an adjustable weight system. But here it is. This will be my first flips of it. Oh, so this is the Sentient, like I said. It comes in two colors. It comes in this kind of purple here, and then it'll also come in, oh hello bug, it'll come in like a green. And the biggest thing with the Sentient that you guys need to know is that this balisong is not designed to flip like a metal balisong. You know, a lot of plastic balisongs, we take them and we compare them to our metal balisongs, and we're trying to make our plastic balisongs flip just like metal. That is not the goal with the Sentient. The Sentient has been specifically designed to be unique and different. So it's not only it's not weighted to be like a metal balisong, it's also much larger than your typical balisong. It's like I think it was like 25% larger. There's an ant over here. I don't know what he's got. What does this ant have? He's got a worm? It's a big ant. Good lord. But yeah, so this balisong is actually bigger than a standard balisong in a way that is noticeable. Without having them, you know, right here with me, it honestly feels most similar in size to an Edit or the Edit Lite from FlipForge. But I can tell you from flipping it that the balance and the weight are not the same. This is a very light balisong. I actually have a spec sheet. So the weight is 58 to 62 grams depending on the weights you have installed. Oh dear. So that's interesting. Now, what is it made of? This balisong, like Sentient Designs' other balisongs, is made of hardened UV resin. So the durability is such that Sentient Designs specifically states not to flip them over hard surfaces like tile, concrete, unboxing rocks, that sort of thing. It's designed to be flipped kind of over things like carpet, maybe grass is usually I haven't had issues with. Now, I honestly think this will hold up better than some of the other resin balisongs because it is 100% plastic. The weight on this balisong is so light that I suspect it'll actually be more durable because it just won't be hitting the ground as hard. And I can definitely tell you that the balisong is trying to go for a really unique flipping experience, and I think it actually does a pretty good job. It's a very light balisong, but the balance is very nice. This feels very neutral to me, actually. I gotta check something. Yeah, so the balance, it's definitely a little more neutral, more blade bias than a Kraken, but it's not that different. than a Kraken is. Now I should say this weighs easily 2 to 3 times as much, and you can see the scale. The Sentient is just way bigger, but the actual balance and performance of the balisong isn't too dissimilar. So some of the key things to note about this balisong, like I had mentioned. Oh, I also totally did mention I was sent this for free to make videos on. Seat Designs, you know, he didn't tell me what to say, so all thoughts and opinions are my own, but I just wanted to be transparent that I was sent this. So yes, the other things I wanted to talk about is the pivot system, because this balisong actually has a unique pivot system that I've never seen before on a balisong. So let me make sure I get this right. Yeah, so it has a washer pivot system, and it uses double-sided stainless steel washers. So we have stainless steel washers, and they're double-sided. So there's 8 washers in every balisong. There's one in the blade and the other one for the handles, like you would normally have. And the reason that Seat Designs did this is so that you don't have metal and metal or not bushings, good lord, so that you don't have washers clamping down onto plastic. The washers are onto washers, therefore it's not going to damage the plastic over time, which I think is really smart. You know, of course we have to kind of see how those types of things hold up long term. I mean, I would think that Seat Designs has tested and kind of vetted the design before releasing it, but you know, you can only do so much R&D as one person. So we'll see how that works. And also, the way the pivots are designed, it has a kind of secondary side effect that these, so they're T8 pivots, which is fine. You know, I would personally like to see T10. T10 is much better. T15 is better than that, but T10 I think is kind of, T10 has become the industry standard for pivots. So I think that right off the bat, if I could suggest any changes or upgrades to this balisong, I would say that T10 pivots would be really nice to see. But anyway, there's enough friction between the washers with this system that you actually don't need any Loctite, and the screws won't back out, which is good. You know, some companies like Machine Wise use custom screws with a whole bunch of threading that's really close together to avoid the screws backing out. But apparently this system also keeps the screws from backing out, which is really nice. And the only other things I think that I wanted to note from this little guide was the price, which I'm pretty sure I know it, but I wanted to make sure I had it correct. Okay, I don't see it on here, but if I'm remembering correctly, it was about $45. We're gonna check, because I do not want to get this wrong. But yeah, overall, I really like how it flips. It is quite neutral. It is very light. Very light. But you know, I do enjoy it. Yes, $45 USD to pick one of these up. So, you know, you're going to be looking at almost like a squiddy, maybe at like some Nabali's products. So for $45, you could get a metal balisong. But Seat Designs has told me the intended purpose of this balisong is not to be your first balisong, and not even necessarily to be your only plastic balisong. It's designed for people with a collection that want something kind of unique that stands out. And I think that that was really smart of him to do, because this balisong fits that role quite well. It's unique. I think it looks quite interesting. It's quite a striking design. There's definitely plenty of grip though. We have jimping, yeah. See, I can't do ladders, but yeah. So, you know, would I recommend this as your first balisong? No. Would I recommend this as your only plastic balisong? Also no. Would I recommend this if you're someone who has a collection and you're looking for something kind of unique and interesting? Yeah. If you want something that's kind of fun, you want like a bigger balisong, if you have like an edit or an edit light and you really love that, or you just want to know kind of what the size of those was like, I think this is a great alternative and a great option. Obviously, I'm going to spend some time with this, and after I spend some time with it, I will report back to you guys with my more finalized thoughts. But this is what I think of the unboxing. As of this video coming out, should be coming out on the 14th, you'll be able to buy this balisong tomorrow. The 15th of July 2025 is when it drops. So if you're interested, be on the lookout on Seath Design's website. But that was all that I had for you guys in this little unboxing video. I hope that you have all enjoyed, had a wonderful day, and as always, keep flipping.